Hi, this is Alex, and in this short video, I'm going to share with you how to build a stronger relationship with your lady and also get a lot more peace of mind in your life as well.
But first, how would you like an ongoing supply of free reports, helpful resources and unique cultural insights for meeting, dating and marrying a Vietnamese woman? Too easy. Just take a quick moment to subscribe and click the bell icon, and you'll never miss out again.
So for the last several months, one of the things I started adopting, which I've been, I wouldn't say resisting, but never really paid much attention to, is to focus a lot more on spirituality. All right. So I know this may be a delicate topic for some, for you. So I just kind of want to clarify what I mean by that. So Vun has always been, I would say, more active and more conscious of practicing certain things around spirituality. Like I said, we were raised as Buddhists, and I would say I'm probably leans a little bit more towards spirituality than necessarily hardcore Buddhism. What I noticed though is over the last several months, I've had some ups and downs for in different areas of my life. Nothing major, but I just kind of noticed there's been a little bit more, for lack of a better word, a little bit more up and downs, right? In certain areas of my life. I'd say in my business, a little bit in my health as well. Again, nothing extreme, but it just kind of showed up. And so I wanted to at least, kind of see what are some possible solutions, right? I did the obvious things. I read books, and I basically did it from a very analytical perspective. And then recently, we had time to spend with a family that we've known, for a number of years, and the lady and the couple, we would call her our aunt, even though we're not biologically related. Our aunt basically said, you guys ever thought about just, spending maybe more time meditating or, praying? And I thought about it, but I never really paid much attention to it, right? So then, I took it a little bit more seriously. We stayed with them for a week. And then, again, it wasn't anything extreme at first, right? Sit down maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes at a time. And I started doing this. And what I started noticing that it actually, several things immediately helped. One, it gave me a certain peace that I've been lacking in my life for quite a while, and also peace of mind and some serenity. And interestingly enough, that actually then started manifesting itself in great ways in my business, because I noticed that a lot of time when I'm under, say, stress or I feel rushed, I start making very, very rash decisions, right? Which then aren't always the best decisions to make. And in meditating, at least some praying, what I noticed is that I can be more conscious of my breathing, and then also when I'm trying to rush around the day. And so then I become more mindful, right? So in all of this, I've benefited from personally as well. Now, here's the other thing that is also benefited as well, is because in doing this, I demonstrated to Vun that I really care about her opinion, right? She didn't force this on me. In fact, this was brought up by somebody we both knew. I've known that she's wanted me to do this, but she's never really pressed it, right? But now what I realized, this is one more areas of our life that's a very big, now it's increasingly becoming a bigger and bigger one, is another areas of our life that we have something in common with. So now on a daily basis, unless one of us is really sick, we basically meditate and pray together. And again, I don't want to make this into some elaborate thing. You have to kind of lock yourself in a room fast or anything like that. It's nothing that extreme. It's just sitting down and reading basically certain passages, and or just taking out 10 minutes to really sit down, do a gratitude exercise. We also incorporated this what's called Ho'oponopono. I may be mispronouncing it. It's a Hawaiian practice, right? And in doing all this, what I've noticed, like I said, is just really a lot more calmness in my life, right? I mean, trust me, there's still days when I still get stressed, but overall, I would say that this has really helped me a lot, right? And as I said, in doing so, I like to think that I've also become a more tolerant person, and then also a more pleasant person to be around. And in doing that, that's also helped, my relationship with Vun. One thing she's commented to me more than once, you don't realize it, but you give up a lot of very nervous energy, at times when you're kind of rushing around. And in doing that, you kind of make me uncomfortable. I never quite understood what she meant. I have to confess, I still totally don't. But I noticed that our interactions are way smoother right? When I'm not so strung out. Maybe that's not the right word. Strung out doesn't mean, like in some altered state or anything. I just mean not in a rush all the time, because, I have a business and have a lot of deadlines on a daily basis. And so a lot of time I do have to rush to get certain things done. But then she made a comment and said, well, yeah, you have deadlines and you still have to get things done. But that doesn't mean you have to rush and then, run over things metaphorically, right? And so that kind of was really eye-opening to me. Now, if you're watching this, you may not be in a relationship yet, right? You may be, I don't know. But what I can tell you is that if you are, if you plan on being in a relationship and the relationship has to, you want the relationship to get deeper, then it does require a certain investment of time, energy, maybe a little money. I mean, this is not like, you have to buy some books, there's a ton of stuff that's free online. But the idea is that it's mostly time and energy, right? And really focus on really doing what is broadly called, inner work. I've known about this for years, arguably for decades, and I've always kind of brushed it off because I never said, well, if you treat each other right, then everything should take care of itself. Yeah, right. Of course, you have to treat each other with respect and treat each other nice, right? But this brought a new dimension, I guess is probably the word I'm looking for, maybe a new facet to our relationship, right? A lot of things that would have basically maybe caused friction, not necessarily an argument, but maybe some friction, is now doesn't seem, it seems to happen way, way less, right? And I would have to say that now I'm a lot more, I have a lot more empathy, not just for Vun, but for a lot of folks, right? Like in the past, if somebody did something, sometime, especially if I'm, in the middle of something that's, I'm under a deadline, my immediate reaction is like, well, why did that happen? Why did that person have to be that way? And then now I'm catching myself saying, well, maybe there's something going on in their life, right? And that's causing them to do that. And we don't know what kind of, things the other party is going through, right? And so that's also me to create, get a lot more empathy as well. So I guess as I'm wrapping up this video, that's all I would ask you to take on, right? Do whatever you feel works best for you. For me, it's a combination of meditation, doing a gratitude exercise, doing this forgiveness exercise. Again, if you want to look it up online, it's called a Ho'oponopono exercise. It's like 7-8 minutes. That's really done a lot of things for me. And as I said, for years, I wouldn't say I resisted it, but I never really actively seeked it out either. And it was a chance comment made by somebody we're really close to that we spent, we ended up spending a week with, that led to this, this journey of self-discovery. And I would have to say that, it's been very, very eye-opening, and I'm extremely grateful for, being pointed this out to. All right. So that's what I would like to, leave you with. Okay. If you're right now not in a relationship, and please don't take this in the wrong way, because this is not at all a judgmental situation. These exercises will help you become more aware of things that you aren't aware that you're doing. There was a lot of things I was doing that I wasn't aware of until Vun pointed out to me. And even when she pointed out to me, it's like, really? I do that? It's like, yeah. I mean, don't you realize it all the time? It's like, no. You see? So, and now we're in a relationship already, right? And so therefore she can say that, and I don't get defensive. At least I like to think I don't get defensive. But if you're going with somebody, early on, you may not realize you may be giving off a certain vibe or certain energy, maybe nervousness, anxiety, because you're trying to make it work. But in being so nervous and trying to force it to work, or hopefully making it work, forcing to make it work, for lack of a better word, it may make the other party a little bit uneasy, right? And so that may delay the opportunity for you two to get close to each other. If you're already in a relationship, this would allow you to see, create more empathy, and it also allow you to see a different side. It will allow you to see you as your partner sees you, which, trust me, it's not easy, right? I mean, because we have all kind of blind spots in our lives, right? So I hope this video has been valuable to you. So if you enjoyed it, then we would appreciate you commenting below what you thought of this video, and please also hit the subscribe button on this video, on this page, to be notified. This is a topic that I've been wanting to do for a number of weeks now, but we really didn't know how it's going to get received. And then Vun just encouraged me to say, well, we've had some people ask about this, and so that's the reason why we're shooting it. Okay, so love to hear your feedback on this. All right. So again, if you find this, love to hear feedback on this video, just comment below, and then hit the subscribe button. Okay. So this is Alex signing off, and I'll talk to you in the next video.